Did you change your profile from single to engaged, or single in a committed relationship? Guys, would you actually do it? And ladies, could you see yourself asking your fiance to do what I'm going to be discussing? Hello everyone, and once again thank you for returning back to our channel, Black Man Filipino Wife, where we hope you would take time to learn and grow with us. I'm going to do this video today by myself. My wife is actually over on the computer editing videos as I speak and as I'm recording this video. But I wanted to bring a question to everyone. Guys, would you actually do it? And ladies, could you see yourself asking your fiance to do what I'm going to be discussing? We have a Filipino friend. She's a long time friend of my wife. They're actually childhood friends. And we was in the Philippines. She asked me a question. She wanted to ask me the question for basically two reasons. One is that I'm a man, and two is that I'm an American, and her fiance that she's trying to come to here, she's trying to come to get her fiance visa with, is an American also. So we're sitting there, we're talking, we're having lunch and we're eating. She asked me if it was okay, or did I think she should ask her fiance to help pay for her divorce. Or what they have in the Philippines is they have a marriage annulment. I don't think it's actually called a divorce there, as we call it in America. They have a marriage, it's called there a marriage annulment. Well, she asked me if she think it would be okay if she asked him that, if he should help her, it could help her pay for the annulment. And she referred to him all the time as her fiance. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. She's married, but she's calling this guy her fiance. Well, actually, when you fill out the fiance visa, that's what they're going to be looking for. They're going to be looking for you. That's one of the steps. They're going to be looking for on social media. Did you change your profile from single to engaged, or single in a committed relationship? That's all type of things that they check with myself and with my wife. And we actually had to prove to them that we did on social media change that. So before you filling out this fiance visa paperwork, you actually have to kind of establish yourself as being engaged. So I asked her, how long have you two been dating, talking? Do you have time? Do you have time where you can save up the money so that you can get the annulment? And he never knows. He from her explaining it to me, he does know that she was married and that they haven't been together for, like, I believe it was either 3 or 4 years. So it actually wasn't like she was lying to him about her past relationship. She just didn't tell him that the annulment wasn't complete because she thought she would honestly have time and she would be able to raise up the money to complete the marriage annulment. So I asked her, well, how much does it cost to get the annulment? And she said she was going to be needing at least 100,000 pesos. And I was like, oh, 100,000 pesos? And I started calculating, trying to do the math in my head, translate that to dollars. And I'm like, that's a lot. Especially when considering most Filipinos make, and I would be saying a high amount of, as far as they make, I would say anywhere between 3,500 to 4,000 American dollars per year. And yet she was going to have to pay this amount of money. She was needing at least 100,000 pesos. Because really, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was thinking because she's a good wife to my friend, okay, well, it won't. You just need a little bit. You're a little short. We can help you pay for it. But she wasn't a little short. So I asked him, I said, well, how much time do you actually have? Break it down to me. When is he going to come here to visit you? Because that's one of the requirements that when you fill out your fiancé paperwork, you had to visit each other in person within the last 2 years of sending in that application. And she told me, she was like, he already has been here to visit me, and I know I want to marry him. Now, talking with my wife and everything, we don't feel, you just know in that kind of gut feeling, we don't feel that she's trying to run a scam on him. So let's totally leave that out. This is not a scam. She's not trying to rob him. She's not a crook. She got really stuck because she felt she would be able to raise the money. She has 2 small businesses, but then again, she's also helping to support family members. So the thing is, as I thought about it, and I thought about, my wife and I being married for 9 years, what I would have done. Because one, the question has to be is, does he have basically the funds, the income? Does he have that he can spend to help her get a divorce? Now, and I explained to her, I said, now in America, don't let no one tell you different, but in America, people are legally separated. They haven't been living under the same roof. They're married, but they legally separated because they haven't been living under the same roof for a certain amount of time. They'll find someone else, move in together, save up, get money, the funds they need, and go down and file for a divorce. And the thing about that is, a lot of times, both parties will go down there together because they're supporting each other to file for the divorce. So I said, don't think that, I'm looking down on you or kind of looking bad because of that, because it's not, and hopefully he won't. But, my decision and what I told her was, as I thought about it, look, I necessarily wouldn't come straight out and ask him for the money. But I would explain the situation to him and kind of let him know that, hey, you're trying to get this money and pay for it yourself. But things just moved along. You didn't think you would fall, you're kind of basically in love and wanted to marry him this soon. And you thought you just had time to raise the money and get the annulment. Because when I asked her about her husband when I asked her about her husband that she was separated from, could he help her pay? She was like, basically, he's living on another island, had children and things with another wife. Well, not a wife, but would kind of considered a wife because he's living with her. So he was not going to be any help because he basically didn't care. So I just wonder what everyone's opinion is. Ladies, would you consider asking your fiance to help you pay for your divorce or annulment? And men, if you were asked that question, would you help her? If you knew it wasn't a scam. Let's leave scams out. Let's leave all that to the wayside. Because, ending this, I told her, hey, go ahead and let them know that you tried. And you don't have the money. You don't think you can get the money by the 2 years that you would need it by in order for you to fill out that fiancé visa paperwork. And see if financially he's able to help. You don't have to tell me, but you just let him know how much you're short. Let him know, because how you've been trying to save it. And let's see what he says. Now, I haven't talked to her yet, but I do have plans to speak with her about if she spoke with him and about it, that she was able to get up the nerves, and what did he say. But I just want to know from everyone that what would you do? Especially if you knew or you felt that you was ready to marry this person. Once again, I thank you for stopping by. I just wanted to have this little conversation with you today. Smash that like button. Please share this with others, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.